Greetings, taxable assets,
Sir.
or perhaps looking at these abysmal engagement metrics. I should just call you collateral damage. Welcome to the Departmento Analytica. I am Senior Auditor Valerius Krauss.
And I am Scribe Servitor 7 Zeta, sir, re-readying the data slate and calibrating the audio capture servitors.
I did not ask you to speak, 7 Zeta.
No, sir. Apologies.
I asked you to exist
Oh.
silently until I require a number or a target. The air recycling unit is already struggling with the promethium fumes. Do not waste oxygen on pleasantries.
Understood, sir.
Now, citizens, listen closely. A recent audit of your engagement records shows a, well, let's call it a heretical deficit in your spiritual tithe.
Oh, dear.
As of this moment, you have all been placed on a mandatory payment plan.
The payment plan, sir. Is that authorized by the Munitorum?
I am the Munitorum in this room, Scribe.
Of course.
The payment plan is simple. Your debt is to be settled in likes and subscribes immediately.
How are they to secure these funds?
I am completely indifferent. If you must recruit a friend via the share button to meet your quota, so be it. Tell them it's mandatory conscription.
I see.
Failure to comply will result in a visit from the Collegia Titanicus Collections Department. And let me assure you, citizen, a warlord titan does not knock.
Noted, sir.
Now, Scribe, open the ledger. We have a liability on the desk today that smells of optimism.
Yes, sir.
And I detest optimism.
Opening file, Auditor. The subject is a civilian contractor report from an entity identifying as Happy Crumping Wargaming.
Happy Crumping.
Yes, sir.
Two words that should never, ever appear in a tactical briefing, let alone together. It sounds like an orc tried to open a daycare center.
It is an unusual designation.
What is the title of this piece of seditious literature?
The report is titled Movement Problems in Warhammer 40K Finally Solved.
Solved. Oh, I hate that word.
So,
Solved implies there is no more work. It implies the paperwork is finished. And let me tell you, citizen, the paperwork is never finished.
no, sir.
I love problems. Problems generate forms. Forms require audits. Audits justify my recalibration. But this Happy Crumping, he claims to have solved the chaos of war.
That is the assertion, Auditor.
He claims to have tamed the battlefield.
He does. He claims to. Well, to radically transform how players think about the battlefield, by understanding the underlying geometry, he says one can predict outcomes before dice are even rolled.
Then let us see if his solution survives contact with reality. I have prepared a counter document.
You have some
My own internal audit.
file name.
Final audit report. Ghost Titan versus Mirror. We are going to take this civilian's hope, Scribe, and feed it into the shredder of geometric truth.
It's understood.
Proceed with audit phase 1. What is this Happy Crumping doctrine?
Initiating phase 1. The report begins with a section regarding the creativity fallacy.
Go on.
Reading directly from the transcript, sir. Most Warhammer players think movement is the hardest part of the game. They think that it's creative. They think that it's reactive. Movement in Warhammer 40,000 is not creative. It's actually structural.
Structural. Interesting.
So,
I almost approve. Creativity is, after all, a gateway to the warp. Deviant thoughts lead to deviant movement.
like a guardsman getting creative with his orders.
Exactly. He usually ends up facing a firing squad. But he claims it is structural. He implies that the battlefield is a cage.
I believe so. He states... wait, apologies, sir. That's your note in the margin.
I know it is, you bumbling circuit head. Yeah. I wrote it. Just because you know the cage is structural doesn't mean you aren't trapped in it.
Right.
Let's unpack his claim. He believes that because the terrain is mirrored, specifically these World Team Championship layouts, and the objectives are fixed, the movement is preordained.
Yes, that's the core of it.
He thinks he can turn the chaos of the 41st millennium into a train schedule.
It does seem to be his argument.
Continue. How does he justify this delusion?
He introduces two concepts, natural expansions and staging points.
Definitions. Now, be precise.
A natural expansion, according to Happy Crumping, is, quote, the closest objective you can stand on safely behind a ruin.
Safely.
Yes. Typically 8 to 12 inches from the deployment zone, offering line-of-sight blocking.
So the hole you scurry into when the shooting starts. The designated coward's corner. Got it. Go on.
And a staging point is defined as, quote, an area safe from shooting where you can threaten the midboard.
So the other coward's corner, just a bit further up.
He argues these points are mathematically fixed. And this is the key claim, sir. He says, whatever the terrain is for you, it is for your opponent. I already know where my opponent will be once you start the game.
The arrogance. It burns my nostrils more than this cheap promethium.
The mirror claim, he calls it.
He assumes the enemy is a gentleman. He assumes the enemy agrees to play by the geometry of a fair fight.
Yeah.
I know where you will be, he says, because he assumes I am looking at the same map.
Permission to speak freely, Auditor.
Granting you permission does not guarantee you immunity from censure, but proceed.
Well, sir, he does make a valid geometric point, doesn't he? I mean, on a WTC layout, if I have a large L-shaped ruin in my deployment zone, physics dictates the enemy cannot draw a line of sight to me if I am fully obscured. So the mirror claim isn't, well, it's not arrogance, is it? It's just simple ray tracing. If I cannot see him, he cannot see me. It's a law of ballistics. The wall creates a shadow. If I stay in the shadow, I'm safe.
A fundamental law for infantry.
Sure.
You are thinking in 2 dimensions, 7 zeta. You are looking at the board like a map. Happy Crumping looks at the wall and sees a shield.
And it isn't.
But what happens when the geometry itself is fluid? What happens when the mirror shatters because one side is moving faster than the speed of causality?
I'm not sure I follow.
He assumes the enemy is a mere reflection, a predictable, equal opponent. But what if the enemy is a hammer?
The hammer.
What if the enemy decides that the wall is not a shield, but a shrapnel delivery system?
Pull out line of sight. Oh, we will get to line of sight, don't you worry. First, I want to see the evidence he provides for this structure. He performed an army homogenization test, did he not? He did, sir. Using Tabletop Simulator, he demonstrated movement patterns for 3 disparate factions.
Name them.
First, Chaos Space Marines, the Renegade Raiders detachment, known for speed and assault.
Heretics.
Continue. Second, Orcs, with a double battle wagon warhorde. Brute force, toughness.
Xenos. And the third.
Third, Iron Hands, the Hammer of Avery list. Vehicle resilience and heavy firepower.
Loyalists.
Yeah.
So a veritable cocktail of treason, alien filth, and misguided duty. And what was his grand conclusion?
His conclusion, sir, was that despite their radical differences in every conceivable way, all 3 armies moved to the exact same coordinate.
Exact same spots.
Yes. They all occupied the same L-shaped ruins to stage, and they all claimed the same natural expansions. He states, and I quote, "Look at them, all huddled behind the same L-shaped wall."
I call this the zombie loop.
The zombie?
He presents this as a victory of intellect. Look, he says, I have solved movement. I put the orc here, I put the space marine here, I put the traitor here.
Well, it does show a consistency.
He calls it solving movement. I call it target clustering.
Target collect.
He is teaching the citizens of the Imperium to behave like rats, avoiding the rain. They find the one dry spot and pile on top of each other until the pile is high enough to be hit by an orbital bombardment.
But, Auditor, if the terrain blocks line of sight, isn't it the logical maneuver? If every competitive army does it, surely it represents the pinnacle of tactical efficiency.
Logic. You speak to me of logic. War is not logic, Scribe.
No, sir.
War is the application of unfair advantages until the other side stops breathing. He relies on the safety assumption. He believes that if he cannot see the enemy cannot see him. He believes in the immutable angle.
The immutable angle, sir. I don't see that term in the report.
It's my term. It's the geometric theory that a unit behind a solid ruin wall in the deployment zone is 100% safe, because the opponent cannot generate a firing angle acute enough to see them from their own deployment zone. It is the gentleman's agreement of these layouts. I stay in my box, you stay in your box, and we meet in the middle on turn 2 like civilized combatants.
And you disagree with this theory?
Disagree. I'm going to audit it out of existence. I'm going to sanction it so hard its ancestors will feel the fine.
Right.
Open the Ghost Titan rebuttal. Let us introduce Mr. Happy Crumping to the Tau Empire's concept of fair play.
Accessing file. Final audit report. Ghost Titan versus Mirror. Context. Tau Empire. Monka detachment.
Read the executive summary, Scribe. What is the Ghost Titan protocol?
The protocol involves utilizing a KV-128 Stormsurge, a Titanic towering vehicle equipped with twin smart missile system and pulse blast cannon. The strategy, it pivots on the use of the strike swiftly enhancement.
Safety is a lie told by geometry, and I have found the eraser. That is the motto of this audit.
A powerful sentiment, sir.
Now, before the gloss-brained civilians in the comment section start furiously typing their, actually, Shiharius, let us conduct the legal audit.
The legal audit.
I can hear them now. Auditor Kraus, you can't give a scout move to a Stormsurge. It's a vehicle. Strike swiftly is for infantry.
That does seem intuitive, sir.
Scribe, read the ledger. What does the rule as written say about strike swiftly?
Validating. The enhancement states, At the start of the battle, before any moves are made using the Scout's ability, you can select up to 2 friendly TAU Empire units within 6 inches of the bearer.
Does it say infantry?
It does not, sir.
Does it say battlesuit?
No, sir.
Does it say non-Titanic? Does it give any restriction other than the faction keyword?
It just says TAO Empire units.
And does the Stormsurge, that walking skyscraper of death, have the TAU Empire keyword?
It does, sir, along with vehicle, Titanic, and towering.
Then it is legal.
It is legal.
The Cadre Fireblade stands there, points his little bonding knife at the walking mountain of destruction, a machine capable of leveling a city block, and says, "You, move fast." And the mountain moves.
It is an unusual interaction.
This is why I hate intuition, Scribe. Players rely on what feels right. Oh, a tank shouldn't be able to scout. Intuition is for poets and corpses. We read the keywords.
We read the keywords.
The Stormsurge gets a 6-inch pre-game move. Now, tell me about the geometry. Tell me about the glitch.
At the geometric audit, we are analyzing the displacement vector on a standard WTC board. The Stormsurge is mounted on a 170-millimeter oval base. That is approximately 6.7 inches in length.
A dinner plate for a greater demon. Continue. Walk me through the movement, step by agonizing step.
Step 1, deployment. The Stormsurge is placed on the very edge of the deployment line. Its base is 6.7 inches deep.
So it's already consuming a good chunk of space.
Yes. Step 2, the Scout move. Thanks to Strike Swiftly, it moves 6 inches forward before the force turn even begins.
Before anything else happens.
Correct. Step 3, the movement phase. The data sheet provides a movement characteristic of 8 inches.
Right, so we have the base footprint, the scout move, and the normal move. Do the math, Scribe. What is the total distance from the backfield safety line to the front of that gun barrel?
Total displacement. It's the 6.7 inches of the base, plus 6 inches scout, plus 8 inches movement.
Give me the final number.
Approximately 20.7 inches from the absolute back wall of the deployment zone, or roughly 14 inches past the deployment zone line itself.
14 inches.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what that means, citizen? Happy Crumping told you that you were safe behind your L wall. He told you the angle from the enemy deployment zone was only 20 degrees.
He did. The safe pocket.
But the Ghost Titan is not in the deployment zone anymore, is it? It has moved 14 inches up the flank. It's looking behind your wall. The firing angle has shifted from 20 degrees to 45 degrees.
The report calls this flanking the event horizon.
I call it peekaboo with a macro cannon. The safe pocket is gone. The entire premise of the mirror theory is that the enemy stays in front of you.
And this one doesn't.
The Ghost Titan is flanking you before the game even begins. But it gets worse.
Worse.
Tell him about the toe-in mechanic. Tell him about the magic trick.
The toe-in mechanic, sir. It refers to the interaction between the towering keyword and ruined terrain features.
Explain it simply. A normal unit, a rhino. It's behind a wall. Can it see through the wall?
No, sir. Line of sight is blocked completely. It is a solid object.
Correct. You can't see the rhino can't see you. Simple physics. Now, what about a towering model?
Well, if a towering model's base is wholly within, or even just partially touching the footprint of a ruin,
Partially touching. Go on, say it. Paint the picture.
then the walls of that ruin become transparent for the purpose of its own shooting.
Transparent.
It can see out of the ruin as if the walls did not exist.
Delicious. Let us visualize this for the citizens. Imagine you are a guardsman. You are cowering behind a 10-foot thick ferrocrete wall. You feel safe.
A standard defensive posture.
You're eating your corpse starch ration. Suddenly, a Stormsurge, a machine that stands taller than the wall you are hiding behind, steps up.
Okay.
It places one single toe, just the tip of that massive plastic base, under the footprint of the ruin you are hiding behind.
The toe-in.
The moment that plastic touches the terrain footprint, the rules of physics dissolve. For that Stormsurge, the wall you are hiding behind ceases to exist.
That just vanishes.
It becomes a one-way mirror. To you, inside the ruin, the wall is solid. You cannot shoot out. But to the Stormsurge, the wall is glass. It looks down at you through the solid concrete and unleashes its full arsenal.
So Happy Crumping's advice to hide in the ruin is actually...
It is a death sentence.
Yeah.
He is telling you to hide inside the very trap the Ghost Titan uses to kill you. Happy Crumping says, hide here. I say, thank you for gathering in one place.
The Stormsurge touches a wall and suddenly has true line of sight to everything.
To everything you thought was safe.
Yeah.
To all the little rats huddled together thinking the rain couldn't get them.
Wouldn't the opponent then be able to shoot back?
With what? They deployed defensively. They are hiding. They didn't set up firing lanes because they thought they were safe. And now a walking skyscraper is staring at them through a solid wall.
It is a significant tactical advantage. The report does mention WTC Layout 3, sir. The density might restrict movement.
Irrelevant. The scout move clears the choke points before they become choke points. While your land raiders are getting stuck on their own fenders trying to leave the deployment zone, the Stormsurge is already performing a drift maneuver around the central container.
It's geometric domination.
Precisely.
Sir, I need to change the data quill. The ink level is showing as critical.
Critical? What do you mean critical? I just requisitioned a new block of ink this morning cycle.
The Departmentum Munitorum has issued a new directive, sir. Ink rationing protocol 9 Delta. The standard issue ink is now diluted.
Diluted. Look at this. It's gray. It's not black. It's gray. It's 90% water and 10% squid excretion. I can't audit heresy with gray water, Scribe.
Sir, please.
It lacks authority. How am I supposed to condemn a soul to the penal legions if the signature looks like a watercolor painting?
The directive is sector-wide, sir.
My blood pressure is the only thing keeping the heating on in this office. I know you're down there, listeners. I know you're typing right now. Actually, Auditor Krause, if you shake the bottle. Or, actually, the ink supply is sufficient for standard administrative duties.
But for the audio capture.
You think you know logistics? You think you can audit the auditor? Go ahead. Leave a comment correcting me on the Stormsurge interaction. Tell me I'm wrong about Strike Swiftly. Tell me the ink is fine. See if I don't audit your IP address next. I will have a servo skull hovering over your router so fast you'll think it's a visitation from the Omnissiah.
Sir, the report. We must finish the audit.
Fine. Give me the backup quill. The one we acquired from the Inquisitor's trash.
Yes, sir. Returning to audit phase 3. Lethality and storing. The so what factor.
Exactly. So the Ghost Titan can see you, so it moves fast. But does it kill? Happy Crumping claims you are safe. I claim you are dead. Let's look at the math.
Initiating Math Hammer protocol. Target. 5 Chaos Terminators. The safe unit from the Happy Crumping example.
Toughness 5, 3 wounds, 2 plus save, 4 plus invulnerable. The gold standard of hard to shift.
Correct. The attacker is a Monka Stormsurge, guided by stealth suits for reroll 1s to wound, Shadow Sun's aura for reroll 1s to hit, and the focus fire stratagem for extra AP.
A veritable rain of fire. Enough ordnance to level a small township. So what's the result? Does it wipe the squad?
Calculating. The Pulse Blast cannon averages 0.78 kills. The volume fire, even with lethal hits, it struggles against that 2+ armor save.
And the final tally?
Total projected kills, approximately 1.6 Terminators.
1.6. Pathetic. That's not a wipe. That's a mild inconvenience.
The Chaos Lord will just wipe the dust off his pauldrons.
And keep walking.
So, the report marks this as a fail on the lethality audit, sir. Penny stock violence, high volume, low yield. The 2+ armor save negates 83% of the incoming damage. This seems to support Happy Crumping's point, Auditor.
Does it now?
If the Stormsurge exposes itself to shoot and kills only 1 Terminator, hasn't the Tau player made a mistake?
And this is where the civilians stop thinking. This is where you stop thinking, Scribe.
Yeah.
You see the math, you say, oh, it doesn't kill the unit, therefore the strategy is bad. Oh, the Terminators live, Happy Crumping was right. You have the brain of an ogrin. You think death is the only way to win a war.
Is it not, sir? Purge the alien?
That is the goal, not the method. Look at the scoring audit. What happens if the opponent stays hidden?
The time tax section. If the opponent respects the Ghost Titan's firing lanes and remains in their deployment zone, they score 0 primary victory points for turn 1 and turn 2.
0. For 2 whole turns, they're scoring 0. Meanwhile, what is the Tau player doing?
The Tau player, using Breacherfish and the Ghost Titan's presence, holds their home objective, their natural expansion, and Catantor.
And the points.
By the start of turn 3, the Tau player has accumulated approximately 30 primary VP. The opponent has 10.
A 20-point deficit.
Yeah.
That is the trap. The Ghost Titan doesn't need to kill you, Scribe. It just needs to stand there and look menacing. It is a scarecrow made of adamantium and railguns.
So Happy Crumping's advice to hide and stage
Plays directly into the Tau player's hands. He tells you to wait. I tell you that waiting is costing you victory points.
But the missions. They have a secret mission mechanic for comebacks, sir.
Ah, yes. The desperate flail of the dying. And to score that secret mission, what must you do?
You must typically move into the enemy deployment zone or control the midboard.
So, to come back from the deficit caused by hiding, you must stop hiding.
Yes.
And when you stop hiding, what is waiting for you?
The Ghost Titan, it's still there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Checkmate. It's a tax on time, Scribe, and the interest rate is 100%. You hide, you lose on points. You come out, you lose on casualties.
The report summarizes this as scoring checkmate. The verdict is pass.
Pass indeed. Now, we move to the final phase. We have dismantled the strategy. The structure is a cage and the mirror is a lie. Now we audit the institution itself. Happy Crumping Wargaming is not just a bad strategist. He is a merchant. Open the financials.
Accessing Happy Crumping membership and Happy Crumping website.
What is the entry-level tithe for this temple of bad advice?
The first tier is called Grots and Gits. The cost is $5 per month.
$5.
Yes. Benefits include access to all channels in the Discord server.
500 credits. To join a Discord. To speak to other confused people.
It says it's the easiest way to support me in supporting you.
Support him. I can go to the Underhive and listen to cultists scream about their movement phases for free. Join the Discord, he says. It is a hive mind of people convincing each other that hiding behind a wall is peak performance. Next tier.
The next tier is Coaching Adeptus Crumpstodes.
Adeptus.
What?
Crumpstodes.
That is a violation of the Lex Imperialis. You cannot portmanteau the Emperor's personal guard with an orc term. What is the cost of this heresy?
$150 per month, with a 2-month minimum.
$150
Yes, sir.
monthly. And it includes a weekly 45-minute call and tailored advice.
For that price, I could buy a combat patrol. For that price, the Captain General of the Adeptus Custodes should personally come to my house and roll my dice for me.
Is a significant sum.
He claims it helps you reach your goals in 40K, such as...
What?
What does it say?
Writing a list correctly.
Writing a list correctly. That is your duty, citizen. You are paying a consultant to tell you how to tie your combat boots.
Sir.
Oh, Mr. Crumping, should I put the guns on the guys who shoot? Yes. That is the game. He is selling common sense at a premium markup. This is not coaching. It's a dependency racket.
There is one more item in the shop, sir.
Dare I ask?
It's called the coaching game.
And the price?
$250.
$250 for one game.
The description states, well, your margin note is more succinct, sir. He charges you $250 to beat you in a game of toy soldiers and tell you why you suck.
That is the price of a planetary governor's bribe. He is charging you to lose.
It is a unique business model.
This man is a genius.
Yep.
I hate him. I absolutely loathe him. But I respect the hustle. He has found a way to tax incompetence.
And so we approve it.
We do not. Mark him for review. Flag his account as predatory capitalism high priority.
Flagged, sir. Audit complete.
We are never finished, Scribe.
Doot-doot.
Look at this report. Movement problem solved.
Sir.
He tries so hard. They all do. They draw lines on a table. They measure angles. They pay $150 to learn how to hide behind a piece of plastic ruin.
They're seeking an advantage.
They desperately want to believe that if they just learn the structure, if they find the natural expansion, they can control the outcome.
Is control not the objective of command?
In a galaxy where entire planets are moved by the warp, where gods thirst for your soul, control is a myth.
So this doctrine.
The Happy Crumping doctrine is a lullaby. It tells you that if you follow the rules, you will be safe. But the Ghost Titan is the reality.
What is that, sir?
It breaks the rules. It moves when it shouldn't. It sees what it shouldn't. It is always there, waiting on the edge of the board, watching.
That is very bleak, sir.
It is the truth, and the truth is the only asset that doesn't depreciate.
So what should the listeners do?
If you wish to avoid the Ghost Titan, citizens, if you wish to survive the turn, I suggest you tap that like button and hit subscribe. It's the only cover save you have left.
Shall I file the report, sir?
Dismissed, Scribe. Pay your tithes, citizens.